when Israel struck Iran's South Pars gas field, and Iran responded by hitting Qatar's Ras Laffan LNG facility, the war entered a new phase. Because these are not ordinary industrial sites, they sit at the center of one of the most important energy systems in the world. Start with South Pars. This is Iran's biggest natural gas field. In fact, it supplies roughly 80% of the natural gas Iran uses at home. That gas heats homes, generates electricity, and powers much of the country's economy. So damage here is not mainly about global energy markets. It is about pressure inside Iran itself. But South Pars has another layer of significance. It is actually one half of the largest natural gas field on Earth. The field stretches under the Persian Gulf and is shared by Iran and Qatar. On the Qatari side, it is known as the North Field. That means the same geological structure that powers Iran's domestic energy supply also underpins Qatar's massive LNG industry. Which brings us to Ras Laffan. Ras Laffan Industrial City is where much of Qatar's natural gas is turned into liquefied natural gas, or LNG, and shipped around the world. It is widely considered the largest LNG production complex globally, supplying around 1/5 of the world's LNG. And that gas matters. Countries across Europe, Japan, India, and Turkey rely on LNG imports for power and industry. Europe in particular has depended more heavily on LNG since the war in Ukraine disrupted Russian gas supplies. So when a facility like Ras Laffan is hit, the concern is not just about damage on the ground. It is about what it signals. Energy infrastructure in the Gulf has largely been treated as off-limits in previous regional conflicts, precisely because of how central it is to global supply. Now that line appears to be eroding. So the significance of these strikes lies in two different directions. South Pars is critical to Iran's domestic stability. Ras Laffan is critical to global gas markets. And when both become targets in the same conflict, the implications extend well beyond the battlefield. That is why markets reacted quickly. Gas prices in Europe jumped to their highest level in more than 3 years, while oil prices climbed above $115 a barrel. The immediate disruption may still be limited, but the deeper concern is escalation. Because if the conflict continues to involve major energy infrastructure, or begins to threaten shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, which carries about 20% of the world's oil and gas, the impact would not stay confined to the region. It would move directly into global energy markets.